What's love with a price tag? Can't afford it, so it's hijacked. No receipt, but you want the refund. Knowing that well you didn't buy that. You had limits for a future. Guess it's true about the rumors I tried. Hard not to lose her mirror on the wall telling me who's hurt. Heavy, but I'm strong enough. It ain't gotta lighten up. I'll carry the weight. Still carry the weight. Yeah. Flexing on your level, my guns. Feeling like it's weighing a ton. I'll carry the weight. Still carry the weight. Oh, yeah.
It's 101 rules for the game, man. I'm just trying to learn them all, you know. Check it out. From the trap to smoking weed on balconies. Pink sands in the Bahama breeze. Private suites, living sucker free. Luckily you fuck with me. You could be stuck with he. I'm a dog, baby, watch me flee. I'll come back if it's meant to be. Now I'm just a memory, a figment of imagination in your mind. You was divine, but you lied every time. You was the sun, but you refused to shine. Bitches talk, but I paid never no mind. Your guilty conscience got you peeking through my blinds. My third eye open, I can see right through your lies. Cause you don't love me like you say you do. Cause you be chillin' in the city with Sadiddy crew. Don't pity me, pity you. Some you win, some you lose. Why you
Cheers, what it is and what it ain't.
play by the rules.
What's love with a price
How y'all
tag?
doing out there, man? What's going on?
So it's hijacked.
Poppin' Zay Sean, what it is and what it ain't. YC, what it is and what it ain't. What's going down with y'all, man? Blessings, blessing. Bricks TV, what it is and what it ain't. Better late than never, right? We just cooling right now. You know what I mean? Just vibing. Just figure I'd go live real quick. As I said, I'm gonna go live every Thursday, right? Ain't that what's the plan? To go live every Thursday? Yeah, that's the plan, right? So yeah, today is Thursday, so a nigga going live, you feel me? It's Q&A, so y'all can ask me whatever question y'all have. You know what I mean? I'm gonna leave the number inside of the comment section, and I'm gonna pin that right there, and y'all can ask me whatever y'all desire. We can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, man. You dig? Like I always say, man, it don't matter if it's one person or 1 million in this chat. We always gonna have a wonderful time, and I'm always gonna give y'all some informative information, and I'm always gonna be truthful and be honest with y'all and let y'all know what it is and not what it ain't. You dig? So I appreciate y'all for being here. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all here with me, and I definitely, truly appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, it's Thursday. It's about to be August 1st, so you know, rent is around the corner. I hope your bills are being taken care of. I hope before you go to the club, or you purchase that new dress, or you purchase that new bag, or before you purchase a car, or before you do anything with your money, you make sure to take care of your responsibilities first. You dig? Before you take yourself out to dinner, make sure your rent is paid. Make sure your bills are paid. It's August 1st. You don't want to be stressing about your bills. If you're anything like me, I always pay my bills in advance. I don't pay it on the day of. You know, I pay it in advance to relieve myself of that stress. You dig? Because everybody's stressed around the first. They paying bills. They taking care of their business. They doing whatever they could to do what they got to do. You dig? And I commend that. But make sure you take care of your business first, all right? Before anything else. Like I said again, we're going to discuss whatever y'all want to discuss. I want to know what y'all want to know. That's the main thing. I want to know what y'all want to know, man. Appreciate the compliment, man. Appreciate that. Who said that? I look immaculate. Immaculate, or something like that. I can't even pronounce the word right. Forgive me. You know what I'm saying? I am from the Bahamas. Yeah, most definitely. I do look kind of dapper, right? I appreciate that, man. Most definitely. What's that? Commodity exchange. Yeah, shout out to you for the compliment. Most definitely. I appreciate that. But like I said again, man, make sure you take care of your business. It's tea and conversation with yours truly. You are now on Createasteadyhustle. I'm sipping tea. I'm just vibing, doing what I do when I do what I does. You know what I mean? How y'all liking the suit, man? You know, I just figure I put on that double-breasted jacket with the maroon slacks, with the maroon top. You know what I mean? And of course, on the feet, I got the maroon Louis Vuitton Gators. Yeah, man. Who let these dogs out, man? I put on The Louis Vuitton Gators, man. I don't know if y'all could really see these that well, but you know, they fire, most definitely. You dig? They fire. These are Louis Vuitton Gators, man. I had these for a while. You know what I mean? I got drip for days, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I got drip for days. I had these for a while, a couple years now. Because I don't wear things a lot, you know, I wear these sparingly, you dig? So I just decided to pull them out right now because I haven't worn them in a while. Sometimes you gotta pull the gators out, man. You know, that's just how I'm feeling. Sometimes you gotta pull the gators out. You know what I mean? That's just how I'm feeling today. You gotta do that every now and then, man. You got to pull the gators out, man. Yeah, with the polo socks with the teddy bears on them. You feel me? I know y'all can't see it like that, but you know, that's what's going on, man. The maroon polo socks with the polo mascot on the socks. Yeah, man, I do this, man. Come on, man. Who flyer than me when it comes to this podcast thing, man? I really get dressed just to stand in the front of the camera and pop my shit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When I get fresh just to stand in the front of the camera or sit in the front of the camera and pop my shit. You feel me? I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going out to eat. I ain't going out for a drink. I'm not going to a business meeting. This is how I get dressed when I'm talking to the world. You dig? I always want to look my best. My mother always told me, man, you got to look your best if you're going outside and letting the world see you. You feel me? Yeah, I can't get comfortable. Even though I'm in a vicinity where I feel comfortable. You dig? I could come here and just put on my pajamas and be comfortable and just talk in front of the camera and shoot the shit with y'all. Cause I know me and y'all are that comfortable. But I make sure look my best for y'all because I respect what I do. I respect my craft. And most importantly, I respect the audience and I respect myself. So I always want to be a good example. So anytime you see me on camera, I'm talking always going to be presentable just because I have to show myself in the utmost, classic man type of way possible. You feel me? That's just how I do it, man. I got to always be representing black excellence. That's what I do. When I put on my treads and I get fly and I get fresh, no matter what the look is, sometimes it might be a suit and tie, sometimes it may be a chain with a t-shirt on, whatever it is, I'm representing black excellence, you dig? So when you see me, you see a black guy having a human experience doing what I do when I do what I does. I hope I can be a good inspiration to the young fella out there that's doing his thing and trying to make sure that he's looking his best in front of his audience, you dig? So that's what I do it for, to inspire people to always look their best. No matter where they're at or no matter what's going on, you always want to truly look your best, especially when you get in front of that camera, you dig? Don't take it for granted because this footage lasts forever. So when somebody look back and they do their research and they Google Liquid Cash, they're going to see, man, this nigga was a well-dressed man and he was always keeping himself well-groomed and he definitely took care of himself, and self-care was the main priority on his list, you dig? So when they look back and they check my history, trust me, they're going to see, man, yeah, I really did it the best, you dig? And that's what you want to do it for. You want to make sure that people can definitely be inspired by the way you put your treads together, you dig? Swag, you dig? The Dapper Dawn. Yeah, I know the vibes. Like I said again, I'm going to give y'all an opportunity to call in. We're going to talk about whatever y'all want to talk about, most definitely. I'm going to leave the number in the comment section right now so y'all can call in. Also, I want to let y'all know I'm looking for a moderator. Most definitely need a moderator so they can be doing some of the things that I need to be doing or that I am doing, which is putting a number in right now so y'all can stay in tune with the number that y'all can call. Yeah, a moderator need to be doing this, man, not me. You feel me? So I need a moderator that can take care of all of this small, subtle details. You feel me? So yeah, I'm looking for a moderator. Make sure send me a DM and I will get back to you shortly or have my assistant get back to you shortly. Either way, somebody will get back to you and you will be able to definitely, you know what I mean? Be added as a moderator and we can chop it up. And you can do some of the things that I need to be done. And you might be more knowledgeable about YouTube than I am, so you might can give me some pointers about how to do what I'm doing. So yeah, we not discriminating. We're gonna hire anybody that's qualified to do what they do. You dig? Like I said again, I want to know what y'all want to know. That's the main thing. Whatever y'all want to discuss and talk about, y'all can definitely hit me up and we can talk about it. You feel me? Like I always say, it doesn't matter if 1 person or 1 million in the room, y'all still gonna get this work. You feel me? And I'm not gonna be on this live very long, so don't take forever to call in. All right? Because I'm not gonna be on this very long. I'm only gonna be on the live maybe 45 to an hour. And that's pretty long, to be honest with you. You dig? To be on here for 45 to an hour is pretty long, especially for me, knowing I got so many things to do. But that's what that's the initial time that I intend to actually be on here. But sometimes it can go overtime. You feel me? It depends. Play that hit song, Cash. Get rich or get deported. Haha. Somebody want to hear that Get Rich or Get Deported joint. Man. Y'all listen, man. Go on liquidcash.com and download that EP, man. Get Rich or Get Deported, all right? You feel me? I might play it later, man. I don't know. I play it before the live is over. How about that? All right, Get Rich and Get Deported is a song that I just recorded for the EP that I did called Pirate City. Pirate City is officially out now. I got about 2 more songs I got to release off that particular project. One is called Why You Tripping On Me. The other one is called Immigrant Mind State Part 2. And those are 2 dope songs, and the videos are definitely dope as well. They'll be dropping soon. But Get Rich or Get Deported is one of those records that I feel that was a standout record. I definitely wanted to release that first because it definitely it was a statement. You know, I was making a statement when I said that because I want to inspire, some of the migrants that's out there that's, dealing with being deported and dealing with the circumstances at hand, and just put it out there to let them know, man. If you got your mind right and you ready for whatever that comes your way, you can be able to persevere and be able to make all your dreams and your wishes come true. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you want, anything that you desire, it don't matter your circumstances. Just understand, if you are resilient enough and you got the willpower, you can definitely be able to get rich in America or get deported. Either one, you dig? But definitely you want to be able to move with a positive mindset, and you want to be able to just, take the shot and take the leap of faith, because at the end of the day, we got to make it by any means. That's the mentality that I have. You feel me? Coming to America, that was the mentality. I got to make it by any means. Nothing is going to stop me. I don't care what's going on. You dig? And when I was growing up, I never thought that I would be, living in New York City when I first moved to, New York. I never thought I'd be there, but when I look back on my life, and my father took me on that first family vacation to New York City, and I got to see snow for the first time, that inspired me. That made me want to be a part of the Mecca. Made me want to be a part of that lifestyle. You dig? And just the opportunity to see snow and to be able to play in it, and then the opportunity to get introduced to hip hop and the music and the culture, it was infectious. So I desired to be, a part of that whole culture. So that's what I did. As soon as I got an opportunity, moved to New York. And when I got older and I was able to, persevere through some of the things that I went to, I called my father and I asked him, what was it like moving from Jamaica to the Bahamas? And he told me, back in those days, he was trying to get a good job. This was the reason why he moved to the Bahamas, just for better living, better lifestyle. And he said back in those days, man, it was so much going on. He definitely got deported about 4 times. He told me, he got deported 4 times from the Bahamas, and each time he went back, or he snuck back into the Bahamas, because he wanted a better life for himself, you dig? And especially for his family. So, with that, when I learned that, and I saw, some of the similarities in his journey and in my journey, it makes sense why I am the way I am and where I'm at in life today. You dig? My father had a certain willpower and resilience to be able to, to make it no matter what. He had the mentality, I'm gonna get rich or I'm gonna get deported. And that was his mentality. So now he living his life, doing what he does, living in the Bahamas. Even though he got deported about 4 times, he still was able to stay there and got his situation right. You dig? So kudos to him. So like I said again, man, you know what I mean? The apple don't fall far from the tree. You dig? We got to be out here willing to go and do whatever it takes to get what we need done. We can't make excuses at the end of the day. We could sit on our hands and make excuses all day. But at the end of the day, man, excuses ain't gonna pay the bills. Excuses ain't gonna get the job done. Excuses ain't gonna make your woman happy. So we can't make excuses. We just gotta do what we gotta do to get to where we need to go. You dig? And they used to say back in the days, you gotta kiss ass in order to kick ass. Pause today. We can't say it now, but back in the days, that was the slang, that was the terminology. Sometimes you gotta kiss ass in order to kick ass. But nowadays, we gonna kick ass off the rip. You dig? We ain't kissing nothing. We gonna kick ass off the rip, and we gonna let you know what it is. That's my mentality. That's how I'm giving it up. You dig? I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm not apologizing for nothing. I am not sucking up to nobody. I'm not playing the friendly game with nobody. If I don't like you, you're gonna know I don't like you. I'm not kissing no ass. I'm just kicking ass. You dig? And I'm gonna get what I want done regardless of who's trying to stop me. Nobody gonna get in my way. I'm not gonna let nobody stop me in the things that I want to achieve and the things I want done. Nobody, nothing is going to stop me. At the end of the day, if I see an obstacle, I'm going to adjust. That's just how that shit goes. I'm going to adjust every time there's an obstacle in my way. We're not going to cry about it. We just adjust to the situation. You feel me? And I always was able to adjust to my circumstances, no matter what. I always was able to adjust, you know what I mean? And I didn't cry about, not being raised by a mother. I didn't cry about dealing with a father who wasn't emotionally intelligent. I didn't cry about none of that shit, man. You dig? I didn't use it as a crutch. I used it as a stepping stone. You dig? I use everything that I went through as a stepping stone. You dig? And that's how I move through life today. I see an obstacle that's in my way, I'm going to use it as a stepping stone to jump over the hurdle. You dig? That's how I give it up. That's how I'm able to be successful no matter what's going on in my life. That's how you're able to persevere, by using every adversity, every challenge, every situation as a stepping stone. And I want to say this to the young kids out there, the young niggas out there that's grinding, the young YNs, and everybody that's listening. Listen, one thing you got to do is stay active. Keep the mind busy. You dig? Do not stay stagnant. Keep the mind busy at all times. You feel me? Because an idle mind is a devil's playground. You heard it before, but I'm going to say it again. An idle mind is the devil's playground. You always got to be busy in the pursuit of something. I don't care if it's pleasure. I don't care if it's business. I don't care if it's your purpose. Whatever it is, you have to be in the pursuit of it. I say that to say this because, if you're having trouble dating women right now, right? You're not really on a dating scene like that. You can't get the woman that you want, right? And if you stay in the house and you don't be outside and you're not active, right? What's going to happen is your mind is going to start to spiral downward, and negative thoughts are going to start to creep into your subconscious mind, and sooner or later enter your conscious mind, and you start to speak this and in your verbiage, and when you speak with other friends, y'all gonna sit down and talk about how the dating landscape is not as good as it used to. You're gonna talk about how women are not conducting themselves the way they used to, or things are not the way it used to be, and you start to have this type of dialect with your friends, and you don't even know it, but y'all are all creating a mastermind with each other and speaking in a negative context about the dating landscape. And this is the reason why it's difficult for you to actually get or manifest that person that you want in your life, or to attract that person you want in your life, because you operating in a space of negativity when you speak about the dating landscape. You dig? That's why I never encourage that type of talk or that type of dialect when it comes to the dating landscape. If the women are not conducting themselves a certain way and things are not going the way I want it to go, I don't voice it. I don't let that thought creep into my mind and take over. Because if it does, what happens is I'm going to get negative results when I go outside in the dating field. See, and most of the times when you have that negative mindset, you don't even go outside no more. You don't play the game no more. You don't shoot your shot no more because you feel that it's going to be the same result as before. Not being see, if you're not optimistic, there's going to be no reason for you to get dressed, get fly, go outside, meet a girl, and say hi. You dig? Because you don't have an optimistic mindset, and you've been fellowshipping with your homies, and y'all been talking about how the game is not the same. This is not the same. Girls ain't the same. Things have changed. These guys are doing this. These guys are acting like this. These girls are acting like that. Now you have a negative whole thought process when it comes to dating and being in that field. You got to understand this, man. You only got to speak positive and only got to be positive when it comes to it, even if things are not going your way. That's how you're able to persevere and get the woman that you want, or the man that you want, or the circumstances or the situation that you want. You dig? Don't sit around and talk negative about the situation at hand. Do something about it. Get dressed, get fly, go outside, say hi to somebody, and make yourself available. You got to be in the flow. You got to be in the motion of things. You dig? It is what it is. The women are not going to be how they was 10 years ago. The men are not going to be how they was 10 years ago. Things are going to change, but you got to know how to adjust to the changes. We can't cry about the girls are not being submissive. Nobody knows how to cook. The men are not taking care of responsibility. Guys want to be taken care of. Guys are acting sassy. We can cry about that all day, but what are you going to do about it? Are you going to sit in your house and complain, or are you going to go outside and find the person you're looking for? Because at the end of the day, the person you're looking for is looking for you. But if you're in the house complaining about women, if you're in the house complaining about men, of course you're going to get negative results or no results because you're not being in the flow. You're not going outside, making yourself available for the person that you want or the person that you're yearning for or looking for. Trust me, they looking for you. But if you speaking negative, you talking negative, you acting negative, and you being in the house, they're not going to come to the house and find you. They're not going to DoorDash themselves to your crib. It's not going to happen that way. So you have to speak in positive context, and you got to be in the flow. Go out to certain events, even if you don't have nobody to go with. Don't wait for your homeboy to go outside and you know what I mean, politic with you. Nah, don't wait for him. Go outside by yourself. Go to one of the lounges. Go to one of the hookah spots. Go to a bar. Go to some type of brunch. Go to some type of event in your neighborhood, and you go by yourself, and you dress for success. You dress according to the location. You dress according to the circumstances, the situation that you presenting yourself or putting yourself in, right? And you go there and just chill. Sometimes things are not going to go the way you expect it to go at the end of the day. You might not go there and meet the love of your life. You might not go there and meet the right person or that person you're looking for that particular time. But if you can constantly do it and you consistently do the right thing and you have a positive mindset, you will see exponential results. You will see the results you're looking for. You dig? But you can't just do it once and think it's going to work. Or you can't just do it twice and think that's it. That's all you need to do. Nah, you got to do it consistently. You dig? And you can't speak negative because it didn't work out the first time, or you didn't meet the girl that you wanted to meet, and you didn't meet the person that you wanted to meet that first time. Nah, you got to do it consistently. You dig? You can't be in a house just talking and being negative. You got to be in the flow. And another thing I want to give you guys, when y'all go outside, y'all campaigning or y'all maintaining and y'all doing whatever y'all doing when it comes to hollering at a female, you dig? It's very important information you need to understand. Very important. I need y'all to understand this. Some guys go to the club, right? Or go to a lounge and they see this one chick and they get that one number and then that's it. They feel like, okay, it's a wrap. I don't have to get nobody else's number, right? And they go home, you dig, and they text the girl, or the next day they text that female, and you realize the number's either off, she gave you the wrong number, and you cannot get in contact with her, and the texts are not going through. Why? Because you depended on that one female to follow through, and you thought that y'all had a good rapport. You bought a few drinks, you know, y'all was having good conversation, right? And you got the number or the Instagram or whatever you got, and you DM her and she leaves you on scene. or you text her and the message don't go through. And you wasted your whole night because you depended on that one female. When you go outside, man, these women will play games with you and fraternize with you if they feel they can get away with it. You dig? So because of it, you do not depend on just one number. You do not go out and just get one girl number. You go out there and get as much numbers you can possibly get, because it's a numbers game. You might get 10 numbers, but only one or two might actually follow through with you. Only one or two might actually respond to you. So you cannot just depend on one number, one female to give you a shot. Nah, you got to go out with the intentions of getting multiple numbers, interacting with multiple people, and seeing which one gravitates towards you, and seeing which one hits you up the next day. Because women will go out with you or meet you at an event, have a good conversation with you, everything is going smooth, you bought her a few drinks, she's having a great time, she's making you feel like she's very interested in you, and she's not. Tomorrow you text her and you can't get a hold of her. Or the next week you text her and you can't get a hold of her because she just played with your time and your energy. So you have to be very careful and very wise about how you move when you're going out to interact with other women or other people in general. People play a lot of games. Everybody out here is trolling in real life and on the internet. So you got to understand who's serious and who's not. You got to know how to read their energy and their vibration. Even sometimes when you read the girl energy and you feel like she's really interested in you, she still could be playing games. She still could be trolling. Sometimes you got to, if your intention is to knock it down, you got to knock it down right then and there. You got to shoot your shot to knock it down right then and there, because you might not have an opportunity to knock it down later, if that's your intentions. You dig? I know some guys go out with that intention. They want to knock something down. If the vibe is right and she's giving you that type of chemistry, you knock it down right then and there, and you take her out of the club or the venue that you at, go back to the crib, and wham, bam, thank you, man. If that's your intention, because tomorrow she might not be giving you that same energy. So you have to be aware of that. You have to be aware that she might not give you the same energy the next day. You might not even see her the next day, you dig? So you got to be aware of that, especially when you're on the dating scene and you're moving. Now, if you're looking for a wife, that's a whole different thing. If you're looking for a wife, that's a whole different thing. When you're looking for a wife, you gotta, you know, in my opinion, you gotta really know this person. You dig? I don't want to jump into that lane, but I'll touch on that just a little bit later on. But when it comes to a wife, you gotta really know that person down to the T. But if you're just looking for somebody to date, somebody to get to know, trust me, when you go outside, shoot your shot. Don't just depend on one number. Don't think because she gave you a good vibe or good energy that she's interested in you all the way and you're gonna see her next week or next month or whatever have you. Because trust me, people are trolling on the net and they're trolling in real life. You dig? And they'll waste your goddamn time. And you go out and you feel like you wasted your energy, you wasted your outfit, you spent money that you don't have, and you didn't get no results. And that can be disappointing. But you can't let it disappoint you. You got to keep on moving on, keep on shooting your shot, keep on being productive, being active. And that goes with chasing a goal or a dream as well. You know, in anything you do in life, you have to have the willpower and the right thought process and the consistency to keep on going no matter what. You dig? And I feel like if there's anything you want to do, and if you got the right thinking and the willpower to persevere, you can accomplish anything. I don't care what it is. Anything you want to accomplish, it can happen. Granted, you're not 5'1" and trying to be a motherfucking NBA basketball star, then of course that ain't gonna happen. You 5'1". Let's be rational. Let's use common sense, all right? You ain't gonna be the world best figure skater if you 36 years old and you've never put on a pair of skates in your life. You're not gonna be the world best figure skater. It's just not happening, all right? You're not gonna be Whitney Houston if you don't have a voice. You dig? Let's be reasonable. If you're aware of your talents, if you're aware of your gift, if you're aware of the things that you're good at, and you thinking positive, and you have the right mindset, and you can persevere through all the adversities, and you got the willpower, you will be successful at anything you want to do. You dig? But let's use common sense and understand what we're good at. We got to know our strengths and we got to know our weaknesses. All right. So it's important. Let me see what y'all saying in the comment section, man. What's popping with y'all, man? Yeah. Oh, most definitely you got to be impeccable with your words. You got to be impeccable with your words. What's going on in the comments? Let me see if I got a call. I might have got a call, but I'm talking, I'm popping my shit, so yeah, I know how it go. But yeah, you got to be impeccable with your words, man. You know what I'm saying? Words is everything. This is why I do a lot of reading. It's everything. You dig? You got to be a wordsmith. Yeah, man, you got to be a wordsmith. Especially when you talking to a female, man. You got to be a wordsmith. Like I said again, you can ask me whatever question you want in the comment section. Also, support the platform, support the show. Y'all know how it goes, man. Listen, man, you got to support the show. Leave a super chat. I don't care if it's whatever it is. Just support the show or go on the site, liquidcash.com. You might see something you like, all right? Definitely support the show. As y'all can see, man, we're going to give you this news you can use. I'm always going to give you some informative information. And like I was saying earlier, you got to stay active, got to stay attractive, got to be on your game. And in regards to what the person said in the comments, your words got to be impeccable. You definitely got to have a slick mouthpiece. You got to have a slick mouthpiece. It's very important. You know what I mean? Very important to have a slick mouthpiece because women fall in love with their ears. You know what I mean? Most definitely. Women fall in love with their ears. Men fall in love with their eyes. You dig? We're captivated by the beauty of a woman. Her appearance is the reason why half the time we acting out of character because we're infatuated or we're in lust after the woman's appearance. But women fall in love with their ears, so they're very in tune with words. You dig? So it's important to know how to speak to a woman in a certain way. You dig? And a lot of times I always say, I was talking to one of my friends, I said, you will always be a better player than me. This was when I was young, back in the days. And when you're a kid, you and your homeboy, y'all two players, y'all trying to see who can get the most women, right? And I used to tell him all the time, I say, you'll always be able to get more women than me because you lie better than I do. You dig? And he was a great liar. He knew how to tell a story. Me, I kept it all the way too honest. You dig? And I believe a man leads with the truth. So I was always honest with a lot of females, and because of it, I had my share, of course, but I could have had more if I was a little bit disloyal, dishonest. You dig? And when you're honest with a female, it works against you. That's why I said women fall in love with their ears. It don't matter if it's the truth or not. It don't matter if it's real or not. If it sounds good and she's convinced on what you're saying, and she convinced that everything you're saying is truthful, she'll do whatever she desires for you, because at the end of the day, they fall in love with their ears. You dig? So you have to be able to know what to say at lightning speed. You have to know what to say at the drop of a dime. And if you're a good liar, oh man, you always going to get your way if you're a good liar, because women fall in love with their ears. Now, I don't recommend you do that. You dig? I recommend you be honest and be truthful. I recommend that you be straight up, because if you lie, what happens is you waste a lot of time. You dig? To the guys that lie out there and they constantly lying to women, I've never seen a successful relationship or successful situationship with a guy and a female that with a guy that's constantly lying. If he's constantly lying, it's never going to work out because the relationship was not built on solid grounds. You know what I mean? You might have an opportunity to be with a lot of women. You might have an opportunity to just, engage with women on a certain level, but you won't be able to sustain that particular relationship for a long time. You wouldn't sustain that level of success with the woman throughout y'all relationship because eventually your lies will get unraveled. Eventually your lies will expose you. You dig? And once that happens, that becomes a stain on your name. You feel me? And you're known in that space to be a liar. So I advise any guy out there to be more honest, be more truthful, and lead with the truth, because the man is the truth. You dig? And plus, you don't waste a lot of time. You don't waste a lot of time, and time is one of the most precious commodities out there in the world. So you don't want to waste a lot of your time. So you keep it real. You tell her what it is. And she may not like it. She might not even want to mess with you no more. And you might be disappointed because she got a fat ass, she's bad as, and you trying to knock it down. You feel me? And that may not go the way you want it to go. But you know what? You didn't waste your time, which is more valuable than anything she could offer you. And you didn't lose your self-respect. And you move with integrity. You dig? So it's always important to understand integrity is the essence of everything successful. If you want a successful relationship, you have to lead with integrity. If you want a successful business relationship, you have to lead with integrity. If you want a successful friendship with someone, you have to lead with integrity. So you have to be honest, lay your cards on the table, tell them what it is and not what it ain't. Because if you paint a picture that you cannot produce, it will eventually expose who you are. And if you a bullshitter, then that's what you're gonna get. Bullshit through the course of your life. So be honest and open with the female that you're dating. Be honest and open with any woman that you're interested in. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm always gonna keep it real. A lot of times it may not go your way. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I ain't gonna fake it. A lot of times it may not go your way because when you're honest, that's what comes with it. Consequences. You dig? More people would tell the truth if consequences was not attached to honesty. Anytime you honest with someone, there's going to be a consequence. If you did something wrong when you was young and your father, your mother asked you about it and you was truthful about it, there was a consequence to that truth. You're going to get your ass whooped. This is the reason why most kids lie, because they know at the end of telling the truth, there's not going to be a reward. Now, granted, I think a parent should actually commend their child for telling the truth. They should actually say, you know what? I appreciate you being honest with me. I appreciate you being truthful. I was going to whoop your ass if you lied, but because you owned up to your wrong, you took accountability, I'm not going to spank you. I'm not going to beat you. There will be a punishment, but they're not going to be a harsh punishment. So you kind of giving them, you commending them for being truthful. So they're getting a reward. And now that would lead more kids to tell the truth because they know there is not going to be a negative punishment connected to telling the truth. And I think if parents would do that in the beginning stages, then you'll have what's the word? You will have a community of people that are brought up being more honest, being more truthful. There'll be more honest men out there. There'll be more men leading with the truth because we understand that being truthful is rewarding. It's not going to come with a negative reaction. You dig? But in the real world, in the world that we living in right now, anytime you tell the woman the truth, there's going to be met with a negative reaction. She's either not going to mess with you, depending on what you told her. She's not going to really be receptive to what you're saying, depending on the circumstances and the situation. And then sometimes you may find that one woman, that accept you being truthful and honest. You dig? And that's the woman you want anyway. That's the chick you want anyway. The one that accept you for who you are, accept your flaws, accepts everything that comes with you. That's the one you really want. That's the one you want to kill time with or share your space and your time and energy with. The one that you got to lie to, the one that you got to finagle, the one that you got to jump through hoops just to maintain, that's not the one you want anyway. So this is the reason for my method of being truthful and honest, because I don't got time to play with you. I'm after the bag. I'm trying to get to this bread. I'm trying to get to this money. Now, if you're going to be in my life, listen, man, it got to come with certain stipulations. It got to come with certain programming and certain things that you got to be aware of if you want to be in my life, because my main focus is securing the bag for the future. That's my main focus. So I like you, you like me, and you want to be my life. We have to find a way to create a partnership where we can work together and build something together, because at the end of the day, love is not going to keep me interested in you. Love might not keep you interested in me. But if we building together, we are creating a foundation together, and we having things and having life to bend to our will, then we'll stay together longer, because it's not based on love. It's based on the fact that we work well together and we appreciate each other, because we need each other, because we create a mastermind with each other and we can accomplish things together. Now, will the love eventually, you know what I mean, formulate itself into the relationship? Of course, because anybody that's being there for you, doing for you, being productive, adding to your life, you automatically going to fall in love with them. Love is going to automatically present themselves into the relationship. But the foundation is based on the fact that we can add value to each other. That's the foundation. That's what I build my relationship on. If I cannot add value to you, there's no reason for me to be in your life. The only reason I would want to be in your life is if I can add value. And if you can't add value to me, what is the purpose of you being in my life? Yeah, you got a pretty face. Yeah, you got a fat ass. Yeah, the pussy is good. Yeah, the sex is great. But at the end of the day, listen, man, what other type of attributes and value are you bringing in my life? Yeah, you might love me. Yeah, I might love you. But love ain't going to pay the bills. Love ain't going to make sure that we secure the bag for the future. Love is not going to pay the private school bills for my kids. Love is not going to pay the bills that they're going to need when they grow up and go to college. You know what I mean? So all of these things that I got to be thinking about as a man. Now, you may not have the privilege to think about those things, or you might not have the worries to think about those things, because you look at life in a different way. I look at life in a way of securing the future, not only for myself, but also for my family, my future family. Not just the family I got now, because I don't have a kid or wife or nothing like that. But in the future, I intend to have a child. So I have to be preparing myself for the future me. I'm not living for the day. I'm living for the next 10 years, 20 years of my life. So I'm securing the bag now. If I want to be married with kids and children, I could do that today. You know what I'm saying? I could do that today. But that's not my intent. I'm not trying to do that right now. That's not what I'm after. That's not the goal. The goal is to inspire and motivate and affect as much people I can in a positive way, and share my words of wisdom with the public, with the people, to help another person or another generation to carry the torch of greatness, right? So that's the motive, that's the goal, to inspire, to educate, to motivate. So if I had an intentions to being married or being cooped up in the house with kids, I'd do that. I can do that with ease. That's easy to do. You dig? But I have another agenda. You dig? My agenda, it's like what I said, is to inspire, is to motivate, is to educate, right? Is to be a positive force and a positive influence to humanity. That's the goal right now. Not to be cooped up in the crib, laid up with a wife, smelling farts. Nah, that's not gonna happen. That's not my reality, right? And that's the motive, right? So anytime I meet a woman, they gotta understand my mission. And they got to be able to help me towards my mission. My mission is what it is. It's not going to change. And I'm going to build on top of that. We're going to have businesses. We're going to be doing things that's going to benefit me and benefit you. I got to make sure, help you to secure your future as well, because it's a team effort. So anytime I'm involved with somebody, that's the motive, is to build on top of a foundation, a solid foundation. Love will find its way into this relationship, but the motive is to help each other evolve. That's the real deal motive. You know what I mean? Minus all the fun that we're going to have, minus all the sexual pleasure we're going to have, what are we doing to help each other evolve? What are we doing to help each other grow? Are we securing the bag for the future? Or are we playing games, or we just kicking the shit and we bullshitting and playing with ourselves? And a lot of people are doing that out there. It's playing with time. And when they get 60 to 50 years old, they're going to realize you can't hustle like how you was when you was 20 or 30. You can't move the same. You can't do the same things. The drive is not there no more. It's too late for you. You dig? And it's never too late in the grand scheme of things, but the ambition will start to diminish as you get older. So you have to work hard now, or not hard. I don't like to work hard. Just work. You don't got to work hard. Just work. That's it. You know what I mean? Anyway, man. Yeah, I know what it is. I'm on my shit, man. I'm popping my shit, man. I'm on my shit. I'm popping my shit, you dig? Let me see what's going on in the comment section, man. Anthony Jackson, what it is and what it ain't. Yeah, why buy the cow with the milk for free? Big shout out coming from Chicago, Brody. Keep preaching positivity and staying sucker free, man. Most definitely. King Clip, what it is and what it ain't. King, I think that's King Chip. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. I'm on here for 47 minutes. Okay. Heavily changed my life, bro. Somebody said, Troy Coleman said, you definitely helped change my life. That's a fit. I appreciate that, man. Kay said, I don't know, but that suit speaking volumes. Yeah, I know how we do, man, when we put that shit on, man. Yeah, I know how I do. Yeah. What's poppin', man? Like I said again, y'all can ask me whatever question y'all want. Y'all can call up. I already pinned the number. Y'all got about a couple more minutes. I'm gonna get off this live real quick, you dig? Y'all know the vibes. Let me know. Y'all have an opportunity to tap in with me. You dig? But yeah, I just want to let y'all know, man, that got to be the motive. That got to be the game plan. You dig? Building a foundation with the woman that you involve yourself with. You feel me? Don't just be kicking the shit. Don't be wasting time, because a lot of these women, a lot of these men will play games with you. You dig? Yeah, they'll play games with you. They'll fuck around with your time, man. Men and women alike. You dig? It ain't directed towards one group. It's each of you. It's both groups, man. You dig? Men and women alike will play games with you and play games with your time. And once you lost that time or lose that time, man, that's it, man. Time is lost and never found again. You feel me? You dig? So you got to understand that, man. Don't let nobody play with your time. Don't let nobody play with your energy, or don't let nobody affect what you got going on. You dig? Make sure you get them suckers and them fuck. Listen, I can't curse. Let me chill out. Make sure you get the suckers out the way, man. You feel me? Don't let nobody play with your time. Don't let nobody play with your money. Don't let nobody play with your effort. Don't let nobody take you for granted. Don't let nobody show you less of appreciation, man. You feel me? They should always be appreciating you. Listen, man, I was going to a concert the other day, right? And one of my homeboys was with me, and he had his chick with him, and this chick was just screaming for the particular artist that was on stage. I said, man, you got to check that chick, man. You got to definitely check her, because, listen, man, if she don't scream like that for you every time you walk in the house, man, listen, man, you got to let her know she can't be doing that shit when she's out with you and she's at a concert. Because if you screaming for this artist like that, and he hasn't done nothing for you, all he did was made a few songs that you like, and that's it. I've been taking you out. I've been paying your bills. I've been catering to you. I've been doing everything I could for you, and you don't scream like that for me when I walk through the door. I find that to be disrespectful. You dig? Any woman that go to a concert with me and she don't conduct herself in a womanly fashion, then that's a problem. I see it all the time. Women go out to these concerts and they scream and they damn near faint for these particular artists, and these artists hasn't done nothing for them. Now, I respect the music. I love what they do on a musical standpoint, but for the most part, you got to check your woman if she don't know how to conduct herself at these particular events. I don't care where you go. You can go to an R&B show. You can go to a hip-hop show. If you see your woman acting a certain way and conducting herself a certain way at these events, you got to demand that she do the same thing when you show up to her house, or when she sees you. You got to demand that she drop to her knees and scream anytime you come in the room, or you not doing nothing else for her. You're not taking her out to eat. You're not going out to no clubs. You're not taking no trips. You're not doing another motherfucking thing if she's not conducting herself or giving you the same energy she gave to the artist that was performing on the stage. See, these are the type of things you got to set into play. These are the subtle things you got to look out for when you're dealing with a certain woman. See, some of y'all guys might ignore it and think it's nothing. Not understanding if that woman had an opportunity to be backstage with that particular artist, she dropping them drawers. Yes, she's going to drop them drawers. If she could scream and yell and shout for another man in your presence, could you imagine what she'll do behind your back with you not being there? She definitely dropping them drawers. So you have to be paying attention to the subtle signs of what people do when they're around you and what they might do behind your back. You feel me? Because if they can do that in front of your face, they'll definitely do it behind your back. So I know some of you women might be like, oh, that's extreme. Or some of you women might be like, well, I can't scream at a concert. If you feel some type of way about that, that's kind of insecure. And I know some of you women might be even upset at the fact that I'm even saying that. But if you get some understanding and you understand what I'm trying to convey, and you really look at the grand scheme of the things and the big picture of it all, right? Imagine your man and you are at a concert or Beyonce concert, and your man is screaming and panting and just acting a fool for Beyonce. Imagine that. Now look at now picture that. How would you view your man after that whole experience? If your man is at the Beyonce concert screaming for Beyonce, damn near ready to throw his drawers on the stage for Beyonce, how would you look at your man after that experience? You'll definitely lose all respect for your man. Most definitely, you will lose all respect for your man, because you'll be like, why are you conducting yourself like that for an R&B singer, an artist? You don't even know her. Why are you moving or conducting yourself like that? So it's the same thing for you females when y'all go out to these weekend concerts, the Drake concert, or any celebrity concert, and you conduct yourself in a certain manner, especially when you with your man. Now I can understand you with your homegirls and you acting a donkey. He don't get to see you acting like that. You're not doing that in the front of him. So you with your homegirls, you want to scream and you want to shout for a particular artist. It's still disrespectful, but I could understand you doing it because you're not doing it in front of him. But if you're doing it in front of your man, you should understand that's highly disrespectful. He spent X amount of money for the tickets. He took you out to eat before you went to the concert. And you up here screaming for another man, but you don't scream and yell and show him that type of appreciation. See, these are the stupid shit that women do, that they don't understand, that we look at this in a certain way and we judge you based on your actions. You dig? They go out and do certain things and think a man ain't supposed to feel some type of way, like we are robots. We shouldn't feel some type of way about that. I'm definitely going to check you about it. See, my woman would never do that. But I've experienced that in the past, where women pulled out the phone and want to, capture certain artists. And I'm like, why are you pulling out your phone, recording him for? You want to look at this afterwards? Like, what are you doing this for? Like, I can see you posting it on the gram. Okay, cool. But if you pulling out videos and recording this artist 4 and 5, 6 times, like, what are you pulling out this? Like, you making a collage video with this artist? Like, come on, man. Like, we gotta We got to move with respect, you dig? Because it's not about insecurity. It's not about nothing but respect, you dig? And you should not have a bunch of artists or a bunch of male singers or groups in your phone just to look at, you dig? Now, I can see if you building, you starting a documentary, you know what I mean? You building a collage, you trying to do something, you're gonna benefit off of this. But if you're not benefiting off of it and it's not helping you in any way, don't go to a concert or go to a show and disrespect your man and continue recording the artist all night. You dig? If you want to get a clip for the gram or for social media, that's fine. But do it respectfully. Don't get 4, 5, 6 videos of this particular artist all through your phone and you late at night playing with your pussy, jerking off or playing with yourself to this particular artist. It's disrespectful to your man, you dig? And these are subtle things that I want you young niggas to understand. You have to pay attention to, man. You dig? Because right now you with a female that you love and you care for, you willing to give anything in the world for. But if you take her to a Drake concert, she gonna be throwing her panties to the stage. You know what I mean? Anytime she scream profusely, I don't know if I pronounced the word right, but anytime she screams wildly for a particular artist, that's what she's basically doing. She's throwing her panties on the stage. You dig? And I know you're ready to give her the world. You want to give her everything you got. You want to really, you know what I mean? You want to marry this chick, but you have to look into these small, subtle details before you jump the broom. Before you know what I mean? Put yourself out there because you may be getting disrespected in your relationship, don't even know it. You dig? Because sometimes y'all let these things go too far and you don't understand it starts in the home. You have to lay down the do's and don'ts before you go outside with this chick. Some women do not know how to act when they go outside. Some people don't know how to act when they go outside. So you have to lay down the do's and don'ts. It's very important. Certain things you just cannot do when you with a man. Now, if you with a boy, you can do all that bullshit you want. But when you with a man, there's certain things you should not and you cannot do. And women have to be aware of that. They have to understand that. They have to be knowledgeable of that. There's a difference between a man and a boy. When you're with a man, you cannot go outside and act and dress and be conducting yourself any and every way. You have to be moving with respect and understand that you are a reflection of him. If he conducts himself in a certain way and he's respectful and he's moving in a certain way, you got to be moving in that way as well. You dig? Y'all got to be in harmony. Got to understand that. You dig? And some of you young cats just don't understand the importance of giving your woman instructions before she leave the house. Some of you guys don't understand certain things that you have to tell your woman because they don't know. They don't know. They believe going to a concert, having a good time, screaming for the artist is fine. They don't know that that's out of pocket. Cheers, and what it is and what it ain't.
Yo, what's going on?
What's poppin', Playboy? Who this?
What's good, man? It's John. I'm out here in California right now, but I was born and raised in New York. I'm from Far Rockaway, too, so I remember watching you, you know?
Okay, Far Rock.
Yeah, I heard about you. You from Far Rock. Yeah, I was like, oh, man, that's what really got my attention, but you be spitting some real stuff, so I'm like, oh, man, you know, I got the notifications. I got everything turned on. I got you. That's
dope. I appreciate that, man. I used to live on Beach.
Yeah.
I used to live on Beach Frontal Drive, Beach 69, in Far Rock.
Oh, I was on Beach 9th. I was on Beach 9th. Like you mentioned it a few times. The A train, the last stop right there by the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Right there, Gateway.
Yeah. Okay.
Gateway right there.
Okay.
Stack bundles. Yeah.
Yeah. Stack bundles from Far Rock. Most definitely. Rest in peace, stack bundles. Most definitely.
Yeah, right front right there. So
yeah.
I'm in California now, man. I started my own business and kind of like business mentality like you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy we come from somewhere different, but you know, you kind of explore a little bit. Like you said, you gotta leave from where you from so you can explore the world a little bit. I'm in California now. I got 2 businesses up in here running. So I just like to listen to, like, you know, instead of me listening to like entertainment all the time, you know, I try to like listen to stuff like pretty much what you spit and stuff like that, you know, so this way I can have my mind sharpened, you know?
Most definitely.
So I appreciate the game you put out there, man. Like, it don't go for granted, you know? You're going to blow up. I can see it. It's just, you know, I see it. You put a lot of time behind it, you know? Like, you get dressed for it. I'm like, damn, this guy's sharp, you know?
Yeah,
that's what's up, bro. I like to see that, bro. I like to see that shit. But
Appreciate that.
I'm glad I
man.
got you on the phone. If you could give like I'm what 31 years old. I got a baby on the way, baby girl on the way. What's one piece of advice you could give me, man? Because I know you a little bit, you're a little bit more sharper
Most
than
def-
I am. So I just wanna, if I
most-
could get one little piece, then I could just go with that, man.
Okay. One piece of advice based on your you say you're an entrepreneur, so that's good. You dig?
Yeah.
You're definitely on the right path of just securing the bag for your future. You know, even if you got a job, you know, that's still good that you have a job that's consistent, but you're an entrepreneur. That's the main thing. My advice to you right now that you got a baby on the way, that's a beautiful thing. You dig? So I know, hey man, there's so much blessings gonna come your way because of it. You dig? Especially if you doing your thing as a father and you one of those good fathers that want to give your kids the world. You're gonna get so much blessings from that. You dig? So, my advice to you, if I was 31 years old and I had a new baby on the way, I'm gonna open a bank account for them ASAP, a savings account for my child. As soon as they as soon as they definitely take their first breath, I'm gonna have a savings account, an investment account for my kid, and I'm gonna deposit money in that account every day. It don't matter if it's $1, $2, $3, whatever it may be. Every day there'll be money deposit in that account for my child. That's automatics off top. They're gonna get that when they're 18. You know what I mean? And if you're smart, you'll put that in an investment portfolio where that's going to generate money throughout the years. So by the time they're 18, they'll damn near be a millionaire. You dig? If you move correctly and you put it in the right accounts. Now, that'd be the first thing I do. You dig? And just secure the bag. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, secure the bag to secure your future. You dig? You have a family. I don't know if you and the girl are still together. If y'all are together, secure the bag for the future. Put some money aside, stack, and make sure reinvest your paper into what you got going on.
Yeah, no,
Say that again. I couldn't hear you. Your phone broke up. Say that one more time.
two businesses going on. So.
Say that again. I couldn't hear you. Say that one more time.
I said, my bad. I said, yeah, I mean, we are still together, and, things the last 5 years has been going up. So I'm glad everything's been going good with the money-wise and just the relationship in general. So,
Okay.
try to stay consistent and just stay.
So that's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing. You dig? And y'all still together. So that's great. You know what I mean? So yeah, that'd be the first. That's my advice, bro. The main thing is secure the bag for your future, for your family's future. That's the main thing. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that's important is that child that's coming up. Even if you and the girl don't work out, but I hope y'all do work out. But just say y'all don't work out. Securing the bag for your child's future ain't nothing more important than that. You dig?
Man, I hear that. I got one last question because I was like, if I ever get him on the phone, because I know sometimes you don't put the phone number, you just do like the you go with the live chat.
Right.
So if I ever get him on the phone, I'm gonna ask him this question.
Okay.
How do you go with man, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like being not being scared to take that next step, like especially like I've done a pretty good big moves in my in my life. Like I done bought like a little manufactured home out here, and I'm in Orange County, California, kind of in between San Diego and Los Angeles. So not sure if you ever heard of it. It's like I'm over here kind of by like Laguna Beach, Newport Beach area.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm out this way. So I bought a nice little manufactured home out here. Gonna start a in-home daycare. My dad's side of the family, they're doing good out there with that in Long Beach. So I'm kind of following the blueprint, and I got a moving and hauling business right now that's going really good. I got some contracts for like a commercial like junk removal, so it's going good. But how do you deal with like the fear of like taking these next steps when it comes to business or just life in general? Like how do you deal with like the procrastination? That's what I'm trying to get to. It's like sometimes you're gonna take that like spend that like I just dropped like 100 and something grand on like a manufactured home, just like cashed out. And I dealt with a little bit of fear, but I just want to know how like successful people like yourself deals with that. How do you feel with that? Like, how do you deal with like that procrastination and that like, man, because it gets a little nervous, you're throwing money around and you work hard, and how do you deal with that?
It gets very nervous. It gets very nervous. Trust me. I know. I've been there. I've experienced that. When you when you're spending that kind of money. But the thing about it is this: you have to have faith in your abilities. If you know that you're going to get the money back by just working hard and putting your best foot forward, then there's nothing to worry about because you're a hustler, you're a grinder, you're ambitious. You're gonna get the money again. You dig? Money's never lost. It just transfers from one person to the next. So that's just how it goes. You dig? So you have to be confident in your abilities. That's number one. Be confident in your abilities and know the business that you're investing in. That's very important. Know the business that you're investing in. Don't not put your money into situations or an investment that you're not 100% sure about, or if you don't know, like you know the back of your hand. You dig? You have to really know the business, man. A lot of people I know have lost millions just investing in things they had no knowledge of. So it's very important. I always tell people this: a penny saved is a penny earned. Do not be afraid to sit on your money and let it pile up. Let it stack like a Brinks truck. You dig? Let that motherfucker stack. You don't always have to invest because you got 100,000 or you got 50,000 or you got 10,000. You don't always have to invest. You can just sit on your money and let it stack up. You dig? And when the right time occurs, then you make the leap. Then you take the leap of faith when it feels right. You feel me? But at the end of the day, know the business that you're investing in. Anytime you're feeling fearful, that's because you're thinking about what you don't want to happen. Anytime you're feeling fearful, trace it back to what you're thinking about. If you're thinking about what you don't want to happen, that's going to make you feel scared. That's going to make you feel nervous. You don't think about what you don't want to happen. You only think in positive state of mind. You only think about what you want to happen. You only think about the results. That's it. That's all I think about. I don't care that you told me that you're going to come to my house and you're not going to do anything. We're just going to sit and we're going to talk and we're going to watch TV. I hear you, but my intention is to go get some pussy. So I'm only thinking about that. So you know what's going to happen? She's going to give me some pussy. Why? Because I'm only thinking about getting some pussy. You feel me? If I think about her not doing it, it's not going to happen. If I think about the business plan not going to go through, it's not going to go through because I'm giving it negative energy. I'm worrying about what I don't want to happen. I don't think in negative context. My advice to you is this: eliminate negativity out of your life, and you will have that's the life hack. You will live a beautiful, successful life if you eliminate the thought of negativity. If you look at every circumstances, every situation as a positive event, as a positive situation, I can guarantee you that'll save you a lifetime of headache. You will live a stress-free life. You will be able to go through life achieving things. Like people would think you got a magic wand or a stick that just make things happen because you go through life achieving and accomplishing all your goals because you only think in a positive mind state and you only focus on what you want. That's it. That's your genie. That is your Aladdin's lamp. You can get anything you want and anything you desire if you can just eliminate negative thinking. That's it.
Man, that's right. Well, I like to hear that, man. I like that. I'm glad I gave you a call. I'm glad you answered, man. And I've been listening to Jim Rohn and Earl Nightingale too, man. Because I listen to you a lot, so I always pick up the little things. Like, man, we got a lot in common, you know.
Yes.
I always at night and listening to like some.
I love Jim Rohn.
Yeah.
I love Earl Nightingale. I love Les Brown. I love Zig Ziglar. These are some of the people that I listen to. I love Zig Ziglar. I love so many of these iconic figures that that came and left so much motivation on the world. And I'm just carrying that torch. And for my generation and for the people that look like me or that can relate to me. You know what I'm saying? Because
I mean, we was around the same area right there. I know you was like in the Bahamas and everything, but you came out. You was like Beach 9. Yeah, I know you said Mott Avenue. Like I was like, oh dang, he's right around where I was from. Like dang. And now he rolling around and, you know what I'm saying, big boy toys. I'm like, oh, it's doable, you know what I'm saying? So that's the inspiration too, you know. It's like, yo, he right around where I was at, you know.
Yes.
So making big moves, so this way you could.
Yes.
You know, he felt it, you know. Just so he gives me a little bit like, all right, you know, we from the same area, we from the same place, and some people just get it and some people don't, you know. And I see you be hitting the gym too, and you be getting, you know, you be
Yes,
it looks like
yes.
you got everything organized, and that's what I'm trying to. You got that blueprint going down, and if I could like, you know,
Yeah.
kind of take little things here and there and just mold it my own way, that's exactly what I'm trying to do, man. So you definitely have a follower over here. Every time
Appreciate that.
I see you go live, I'm definitely, you know, if I'm not on the road, I'm not doing nothing, I'm definitely gonna tap in and try to donate something, you know, here and there, and
Appreciate that.
keep the flow going. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that,
So,
man.
and then one last thing, how do you do anything like, because I don't know if you really mentioned it before, do you do anything like over the phone, like one-on-one that you should probably throw that out there in the chat, maybe somebody needs, you know?
Oh
like
yeah,
a consultant,
I definitely.
like a 30 minutes, something
yeah,
like that.
yeah, I definitely do that, man. I do one-on-one consulting, and you know, I have a number that they can definitely call, and they can definitely book a schedule to do a one-on-one with me. It's in my link in my Instagram. I'll definitely leave it in the description below too, so you can definitely do a one-on-one call
Cool.
with me, because there's so much more game. I also got a Cash Academy for, you know, more information on how to just, you know, raise your DNA vibration and achieve the things you want in your life. So Cash Academy is another place where they can definitely get some uncommon information. And of course, you can book that one-on-one, and you can get more of this game and get more of this information, because there's so much more. There's so much more I can give you. There's so much more I can tell you, and I can definitely structure it to your, you know, tailor-make it to your fit, to what you got going on. And, you know, and I like the fact that you from Mott Avenue and you from Far Rock, and you came from the same circumstances that I came up from, and people don't even know that if you from Far Rock, man, that's its own fucking city. That's its own island right there, you dig? Far Rock is like nothing else. So to be able to transition from Far Rock to all the way to California, man, that's a big thing, you dig? That's a big accomplishment within itself. So you even have to commend yourself for doing that. And because you did that, that lets me know you're a risk taker. You're not scared. You're not afraid. Even though you might have fearful moments, you still jump and take the leap of faith. So I can tell that your life is going to go in a positive direction just based on the small, subtle steps that you made thus far. You dig?
Man, I appreciate that, man. Last thing, work hard on yourself and you're doing your job. That's the one I got
yeah,
from you. I remember
yes.
I heard that one when he said it, and then you
Yes.
repeated it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We on to something.
Yes, you definitely.
Man, God bless you. Thank you for taking my call, bro. I don't want to hold you up too much. Maybe some
Yes.
other people got some stuff they need to do, you know?
Yes, sir.
But I really appreciate it, man. I'm going to be following you. I got you on Facebook. I don't really have do Instagram too much. I try to stay just do it kind of for business only. Try to kind of limit a little bit of social media, but I definitely got you on Facebook, and I got you on YouTube right here. So
Okay.
I appreciate you taking the call once again, man.
Okay.
God bless you. Keep doing your thing. I'm watching, bro. I know a lot of people are watching, and you're only going to go up from here too, bro.
All the way
Thank
to
you,
the
man. I
top.
appreciate
You did.
all the way to the top, bro. Far Rock, man. Stack Bundes, Mott Avenue, 8
yes.
train, the last stop right, the McDonald's right there. You can't miss it.
You did. Cheers.
All right. Good looking out, man. I appreciate you.
No problem. Yeah, man. Yeah, I know what it is, man. That to that caller who was calling in before, that particular person, y'all can call now. All right. But yeah, that's what it is, man. All the way from Far Rock. I appreciate him tapping in and calling, because, you know, just being from Far Rock and that environment, you know, that's definitely the last stop on the A train. And if you know anything about the A train, man, that's the most ghettoest train in New York City. You dig? So if you came up in that era, or you came up living in that particular, you know, train line, you know what it is, man. You feel me? But he asked some very important questions. I appreciate him tapping in, you dig? And I gave him some very important answers. Nobody supported the super chat today. All this game I gave away. It's all good though. Y'all still gonna get this work regardless, because I fuck with y'all. Cheers, what it is and what it ain't.
Yo, little Cash, what's up, man?
Cheers.
Calling from New York.
Okay, who this?
Staten Island specifically. This is Jake. I just wanted to shout out to you, bro, and say thank you for your videos, man, because you've been really helping me. Lately, I've been going through a tough, and my focus has been off. And recently, I've been tuning into your videos, getting locked in, and you've been really helping me change my mindset. So I just wanted to call in and tell you thank you personally, bro, because you've really been helping me through the way. It's been tough, but I've been trying to stay headstrong, give my glory to God and stuff like that.
I can dig it. I can dig it, man. So what's some of your challenges, man? What's making it tough?
Well, yeah, I was watching you live earlier, and you was talking about, you know, different things that, you know, negative thoughts that could cloud your mindset. And honestly, like, you know, I'm from Queens originally.
Okay.
So I've been through a lot of stuff in my past. You know, I'm 25 now. And some of that stuff, you know, kind of creeps up. You know, I live alone. I got my own apartment. But it's tough because, you know, when you have, like, negative thoughts trying to creep up, it's hard for you to keep pushing forward and do what you got to do. Because the devil, like you say in your live, the idle mind is the devil's playground.
Let me ask you a question.
You know, he's been, yeah.
Quick question. I want to interject real quick. Do you have any passion projects, things that you do other than, you know, working your job or whatever you do? What do you have any passion projects, things that you love doing?
Well, I love art. I love to paint, and I love to draw, make logos and stuff like that. And I also love indulging in music.
So how often you do that?
Whenever I get the free time, like if I'm not working, if I'm home, I would like to like take a little you know, book, do some sketches, work on my logos, and if I got the other free time, I like to just, you know, write out lyrics and stuff like that, work on my rhymes and stuff like that, you know. Just regular stuff. I try not to
So I asked that because if you're constantly being busy doing something that you love, passion projects or hobbies or things that you know like doing, you ain't gonna have time to think negative. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the thing about, you know, negative thoughts, right? Negative thoughts won't creep into your mind if you consume it or you smother it with positive things that you do on a consistent basis. You gotta smother negative thoughts. You dig?
Right.
And you gotta cancel those negative thoughts, you know, rebuke those negative thoughts, you know, in other words. You dig? So, cause sometimes, you know, negative thoughts are like weed. They can just grow anywhere, right? So you have to smother that motherfucker. You dig? You gotta smother that bitch. Anytime a negative thought comes up, you rebuke it. But you have to verbally say it. You can't just think it. You gotta verbally say it. It's good to think that you're rebuking the thought, but you gotta verbally say, I rebuke this thought, and then you gotta replace that thought with a positive one. And that's how you pull the weed of negative thoughts out of your mind. And then before you go to bed at night, all you got to do is clear your mind of all the thoughts that you've had and all of the things that you've done that you didn't finish. So these are some of the tactics that I use to keep myself in a positive state of mind, because it's an everyday struggle to stay positive because we live in a negative society, negative world. So we see negative things all through our peripherals all day, every day. And especially if our life is not moving into the direction we want it to go. So sometimes we consume ourselves with negative thoughts because our life is not where we want it to be. So you have to consistently choke and drown those negative thoughts with positive thoughts. And you have to definitely be doing things that keeps you in a positive mind state. If you're an artist, you always got to be painting, you always got to be drawing, you always got to be writing. If you're a musician, you always got to be working on music. You got to be doing something. There should never be an idle time throughout your day because there's so much fucking shit to do. There's so much shit that we got to have done. Man, a girl just texted me last night talking about, hey, can we make some time for each other? And in my mind, I'm like, no, we can't. Like, no, I got a million fucking things to do. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even respond to her text, to be honest with you. But in my mind, I'm like, no, bitch, I got a lot of shit going on. I don't have time to play. I don't have time to fuck around. You dig?
Right.
And if you really look at your life, you really don't have time to play. You got so much that you could be doing, that you gotta be doing, that you don't have time to have negative thoughts, because there's so much.
At my age too.
Yeah. But go ahead.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I was saying, especially at my age too, because like I said, I'm 25, and like I can't. It's a struggle. Because we living in a fucked up society, man. You know, every day we got to, you know, encourage ourselves with the word of God, or encourage ourselves by hanging around positive people. And that's another thing, too, about me. I'm not so much of a people person, but I always try to like surround myself around positive people because I know it's gonna have a positive impact on me. See, that's what I struggled with in the past. I used to surround myself around a lot of negative people, and till this day, I still think that the energy from those people is still lingering around me. So I think that's contributing to the reason why I've been struggling lately with, having positive thoughts and encouraging
Okay.
myself.
Listen,
So,
listen. I got a remedy for you. All right? You ready? I normally don't tell people this remedy. You have to go be a part of my Cash Academy to get this remedy. And
got you.
but I'm gonna give you this simple remedy. It's a simple remedy to clear the energy, right? And anybody that's listening, y'all could do this as well. If you got, if you feel like you have negative energy around you, that people may have left on you because energy is never lost. It just transfers from one person to the next, and that may be a real thing where those people negative energy has attached themselves to you, so now you're wearing the burdens of your struggles and the trials and things you going through, and you're wearing their burdens as well. They got their energy on top of your energy, so now it feels like a fucking avalanche is on you, right? So what you got to do is this.
Yeah.
This is what you got to do. You have to get a white piece of paper, get a pen with blue ink, not a black ink pen. Please do not get a black ink pen. Get a white piece of paper, a pen with blue ink, and you write down exactly what you're feeling, exactly what you're going through, exactly how you feel like this energy, where this energy might have came from. If you feel like it came from a friend, a family member, a girlfriend, or whatever it may be, you got to write down all the traumas and the things that you went through throughout your life, everything that you could remember. Write it all down. Get it all out. Put it all on a piece of paper. You should have about 3 to 4 or 5 pieces of paper. Don't try to just write something simple. Write it all, everything out in detail. Everything that you're feeling. Anybody that just gave you some negative vibration that you feel like you're still carrying, write that shit all out. And after you finish writing it all out, you write at the end that I release this feeling, I release this emotion, and I give it all to the God above. Give it to your Lord and Savior, and let him carry your burdens for you. That's all you got to do. Write your burdens out, give it to God, and let him carry it for you, and let him clear you of that energy. And now your energy will be cleared and released of all of those burdens. And after you finish doing that, book you a spa date, or just go to a masseuse and get a massage, and get a deep tissue massage, and she's going to release all that energy from you as well with that deep tissue massage. All right, after you do that, write out all of the things that you have going on with you. Write all that shit out, put it on a piece of paper, release it to God, and let him carry your burdens for you and clear your mind of all of those particular things that you've been carrying. And that's one of the remedies that I use to clear my energy on a consistent basis. And this is something that you may not just do once. You might have to do it twice. You might have to do it 3 times, because there's going to be new levels and new devils at these levels and things that's trying to attach themselves to you, because the more pure your energy gets, the more you'll be receptive to negative energy, because people go to they're going to try to gravitate towards you with their negative energy, but it'll be less and less. It'll be less and less over the course of time, because they won't be able to stay around you, because you'll be vibrating at a high frequency. You dig? This is what I just told you is very important. This is very vital information. I feel that you need to do it. You should do it, because it's going to raise your DNA vibration. And once you raise your DNA vibration, hey man, anything you want you can have, but you just got to be in the frequency, and that's going to raise your frequency. So that's $1 million worth of game I just gave you, Playboy.
Nah, I appreciate that 100 times fold, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Most definitely,
I really
man.
do. You know what's crazy that you brought that up?
Yeah.
On the regular, I already write journals.
Okay.
So, for example, like let's say I just came back from the supermarket. I just got like broccoli or $35 worth of steak from Stop and Shop.
Okay.
And something happened in that small once from out of time.
Okay.
Because this is what my mom told me when I was, my mom actually told me this while growing up. She told me, you know, when you go out and you have an experience, write about your day, write about what you saw, write about the trees that you saw, write about the experience, the people that you encountered, just to release that on paper. So I try to do that daily. Like, it could be the littlest thing. It don't even got to be like an essay or a paragraph. It could be the littlest small thing. And I try to write that down on paper, to release it on paper, because I feel like writing out your thoughts is one of the best forms of therapy that a man can have.
Yeah, it's
especially in this
therapeutic.
society. It's better just to write everything out than to think it or to talk it, because it's a different flow. You put in ink to paper and you writing that. It just feels different, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And so you're ready. See, your mom is giving you the game already. You got the game, now you're just taking it a step further. You dig?
Yeah.
Now you're taking it a
The
step.
only problem is just in my life right now is just kind of straggled. I'm just trying to get it back completely solid. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but you got the
'Cause
game.
you know when the Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. I'm not trying to be double-minded no more.
Yes, that's a fact.
That's the problem I'm having right now.
That's a dope quote.
And
I love that
you've
quote.
been helping with that, bro. Like, I've been tuning into you. I've actually been following you for a while. I've just been a little bit more in tune to your videos now, because you be talking that real shit.
Okay.
And I appreciate that, bro, for real.
No, that's dope. That's dope, man. That's dope. Like I said again.
Hell yeah. And I'm inspired by your flyness, too.
Oh,
every live, man, you be fly. Every video, you be fly, man. I'm like, you know what? When I get my money up, man, I'm copping those Balenci's, man.
Yeah. Most definitely, man. You got to stay fly like a pelican, man. You got to put it in their face. Yeah, because it representing you. Like I said, man, your mom been giving you the game, you dig? And, you know, my parents never told me about none of that type of, you know what I mean, that thing right there, but I had to find out on my own. So now you're just going to take it a step further, you dig, and just write about your traumas and things that you're feeling, and you release that energy. So that's just taking the game a step further, you dig? And that's what it's all about. It's all about picking up these jewels and using it in your daily life, and now you can pass that game down to someone else. You know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah, man.
That's the goal right there.
Yeah, pass that game down to somebody else, because that's how we're able to change society. We change the world by just sharing with each other, you dig, and not just, you know, being a gatekeeper to the information. Because you see a lot of people that come up and get a little bit of dollars, get some money, but they don't give you the game. They don't tell you nothing. You dig? They just tell you, all they say is believe in yourself. Man, that's some bullshit ass game, nigga. Tell me the real deal. You know what I mean? Like, lay it out for me, man. You know what I mean?
Yo, give you the blueprints. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That's why I come on here and I give people the real. Like, I tell you what it is. I tell you what I did, man. I wrote all my burdens out and all the traumas that I was dealing with, and I gave it to God, man. And I wrote it on a piece of paper, white piece of paper, blue ink. You dig? Yeah, that's my motherfucking superpower. I keep a piece of paper and a pen with blue ink with me, man. Listen, man, that's the game. I'm giving you what it is. Some people might not want to do it. Some people might never do it. But hey, man, don't get mad at me, because the shit that you doing ain't working. The shit that I'm doing is working. And I'm giving you the sauce. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I appreciate that, man, for real. I thank you for taking my call, man.
Yeah, it's all love, my brother. Where you calling? What's your name? Where you calling from again?
Oh, my name is JJ. I'm calling from Staten Island.
Staten Island.
Still Queens get the money. They know that.
Yeah, listen, man, you got to go support
Queens
that.
get the money, man.
Listen, though. You got to go support that Raekwon new album. If you haven't, you got to go check that out, all right? I know you young.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I didn't even get a chance to check that out yet. Did you hear the Slick Rick one, by the way?
Oh, that shit fire. Slick Rick one with Nas or with Ray?
The Victory album.
Oh, I didn't hear the album, but I heard pieces of it. I got to go listen to that,
Yeah,
dude.
he dropped the whole album, bro, after 25 years. Because Slick Rick used to be one of my favorite rappers when I first got into rap. I first got into rap at 10.
Okay.
So when I started learning about all the old school rap coming up, KRS-One, Slick Rick, and Biz Markie were the three rappers that I used to listen to coming.
Oh, you got some flavor then. You fuck with Biz Markie and Slick Rick. You know your shit.
Yep. Then as I got older, I started dabbling into the DJ Clue mixtapes.
Okay, yeah.
I know you remember those.
Yeah, of course.
They was dropping with the
Illuminati.
yeah.
Of course. Classics. Come on. Yeah,
Hell
most
yeah.
definitely. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I appreciate you. You definitely a music lover too, so that's dope. If you haven't, man, check out that new EP I dropped called Pirate City. Definitely got some fire on there as well, you dig? If you're a music lover, you definitely gonna appreciate that, you heard?
Got you for sure. I'm
Alright.
gonna lock in.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you for tapping in, man. Stay blessed, you heard?
Got you, my brother. Thank you for the game, man. Bless.
Cheers. Yeah, I think we gave a lot of game away today, man. I was on here for an hour and 30 minutes. I think that's enough time, right? Hour and 30 minutes. I enjoyed it. Y'all know what it is. I had a good time, man. The best thing I can imagine how. Anyway. Okay, shout out to John for the super chat. $9.99. You dig? Shout out to John for the super chat, man. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, you dig? $9.99. We definitely could buy the Brooklyn Bridge right now. You know what I mean? $9.99. I could buy the Brooklyn Bridge right now. You heard? We moving on up like George and Weezy. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, listen, man. I'm giving y'all $1 billion worth of game. I'm not on here talking because I got lips. I'm giving you remedies to how to clear your energy. I'm giving you strategic ways to stay in a positive state of mind. I'm giving you game on how to maintain a healthy relationship with your woman. I'm giving you game on how to maintain a healthy relationship in your life, just with yourself. You know what I mean? Because you got to have a healthy relationship with yourself first before you can have it with anybody else. You have to have a healthy relationship with self. Know thyself. You dig? I'm giving you information on how to just stay active and attractive. Don't fucking be out here collecting dust and aging with time. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you got to get fine and age like wine when it comes to time. You dig? Yeah, I'm giving y'all a whole lot of game, a whole lot of information. I ain't bullshitting with you, man. A lot of motherfuckers want to bullshit with you, but I ain't got time to bullshit with you, man. My time is too precious. I don't got time to give you the shuck and jiving, man. I got to keep it real with you. You feel me? That's how I do it. I got to keep it real with you because we on this earth for a good time, not a long time. So while we here, why can't we just share game with each other and fellowship with each other and really chop good game with each other and really share information that's going to change each other's lives? That's what it's really all about. If I could share some information that's going to change your life, man, come on, man. That's a blessing. My job is done. You know what I mean? My job is done. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. We got to change the world. And how we going to do it? One person at a time. That's what it's all about. One person at a time. We can cry about what's going on in society today. We can make complaints. We can tell the government. We can tell the president. But ain't nothing going to change until we change within ourselves. You dig? Ain't nothing that's going to change until we change within ourselves. Because if you want things in your life to change, you got to change things in your life. Don't expect the world to change. You're going to annoy everybody around you. You have to change yourself first. Don't complain about your girl. Don't complain about your family member. Don't complain about your spouse. Don't complain about your husband. Man, listen, man. Complain to yourself. You dig? About how you reacting and responding to how they're acting. You dig? It's important that you know that you are in control of how you respond to how they're acting. They're not in control of you. Anytime you let them get you out of character, you're giving them power. You don't want to give nobody power over you. You always want to be in power you want to put power into yourself. You want to empower yourself. You always want to raise your vibration to the highest level that you possibly can. Don't give nobody no power over you. You got to maintain how you react and respond to how they're acting. You dig? So yeah, the world is acting in a certain way. People are moving and conducting themselves in a certain way. You might not like the way things are going on. Fathers are snitching on sons. This one killing that one. This one doing that. That one doing this. Listen, man. What are you going to do about it? You're going to complain about it? You're going to tweet about it? You're going to comment about it? Or you're going to change what's going on in your life? You know what I mean? What's going on in your world? Because that's what's important. What's going on in your life? What's going on in your world? And once you get your shit together, then you'll be able to help someone else. But until then, fix your bullshit. Get your shit together. Get your life on track. I mean, get your money right. Make sure your household is good. Make sure the woman in your life is following your rules and regulations. Make sure she's conducting herself like a lady and not out here moving like a thot. You dig? Make sure these things is in order before you question or comment on somebody else's situation. It's very important, man. Take care of yourself first, you dig? Listen, I had a wonderful time with y'all, man. I gave y'all $1 billion worth of game, man. Says this is the first time I ever seen you in live, and I love it. Thank you for sharing your experience, and I love your socks. Appreciate you for loving my socks. Okay. Appreciate you for giving me that shout out. See, I don't have an account. Hopefully I can meet him. Man, if you don't have an account, listen, I'm gonna go live with y'all every Thursday, all right? I had a great time with y'all. It's already 5:52. I got to get up out of here. I got things to do. You dig? Listen, also subscribe, like, comment. If you haven't, click the notification button. Please click the notification button so you can be notified anytime I go live. Also, log on to my Instagram, all right? Liquid Cash. That's it. Liquid Cash, at Liquid Cash. And follow me, of course. I got a lot of game on there as well. If you're on my Facebook, definitely follow me on my Facebook. If you're on my TikTok, Liquid Cash Official on TikTok, liquidcash.com. Go on the site. You may see something you like. Support the platform. Support the Cash Academy as well. I'll have all the information in the description below after this live, all right? I appreciate y'all for being here. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, and y'all here with me, and I appreciate y'all for that. So remember this one thing before I leave, all right? Get a piece of paper, write this one down. I'm gonna wait for y'all to get a piece of paper. You got it? Okay, remember this one thing, all right? The best way to predict the future is to create it, all right? Cheers.